Did you know that the environment that your kids are learning in makes a big difference in your homeschool? Today, I want to share 5 tips that you can use to help make the environment that your kids are learning in better for them in their homeschool. Please hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified whenever a new video is released. So the first thing that you can do to really make your kids' learning environment better is to eliminate clutter. For a homeschooler, clutter equals distraction. The more clutter that you have in your homeschool room, the more likely it is that your child will get distracted while they're working. So it can be really helpful to consider embracing minimalism, at least in your homeschool room setup. Make sure that everything that's in your homeschool room is serving a purpose. It's especially important to make sure that the space where your child is working is free from clutter and distractions. This will help them to be able to focus better and to learn better overall. Second, you want to really keep your homeschool room organized. Make sure that everything in your homeschool room has a place and keep things put away when you're not using them. This will make it easier to find things when you do need them, and it will prevent your kids from getting distracted by the clutter. It also helps to make sure that there's a convenient trash can or recycling bin in your homeschool room. Kids will be more likely to use the trash can if it's right there for them. Third, it can be helpful to play some music in your homeschool room. Music can add a lot to the atmosphere of your homeschool room, and so it's important to make sure that you have a way to play music as a part of your homeschool room setup. Playing classical music while you work is a really easy way to include more music in your homeschool curriculum. You could choose to play instrumental music or even your kids' favorite songs while they work. This is a great way to motivate kids who just need a little bit of extra encouragement. Another important thing to consider is the learning environment that you're creating. How can you be intentional with your homeschool room setup to encourage your kids to learn? And how can the room itself inspire your kids to learn? Well, you could consider adding some educational toys or some board games that will reinforce topics that you're studying. This is called strewing, and it's a great way to encourage some extra learning and to reinforce new concepts in a fun way. I did a whole separate video about strewing and how to use it in your homeschool, and I'll link that video in the description of this one. And then finally, it's important to remember to spend some time outside as much as you can. Your homeschool room is not the only place that you can homeschool, and many families homeschool successfully from anywhere in the house or even in the car. But it's also important to try to homeschool outside as much as you can. Time outside has so many benefits for kids. Being outside gives lots of opportunities to study nature, as well as to get some exercise and just some fresh air. And just because you made a fantastic homeschool room doesn't mean that you need to use it all the time, or even at all. So what do you do to make your homeschool room an inviting place for your kids? Share your thoughts in the comments.